بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أهلا وسهلا بكم في قناتكم Logic Thinking التفكير المنطقي. النهاردة إن شاء الله هنتكلم عن السات تراب SAT ترابس ونكملهم. بس قبل ما نبدأ إن شاء الله ما تنسوش تفعلوا الجرس وتدوسوا سبسكرايب وتعملوا شير ولايك، ولو على الفيسبوك تعملوا لايك وشير. Okay, welcome back to your channel, Logic Thinking. Today we are going to talk about SAT traps. We are going to continue talking about the traps. Now, and I want to tell you something which is very important, that you will never be able to solve the questions without knowing those traps very, very well, and to know also the method of solving problems. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe, enable the bell, share, and like your channel. Thank you. Today we are going to talk about trap 3. Trap 3 talks about ratio versus ratio versus ratio. That means I have three ratios together. Okay, let's now see how I'm gonna deal with this. Okay, the question says Mary's coin collection consists of quarters, dimes, and nickels. If the ratio of the number of quarters to the number of dimes is 5:2, and the ratio of the number of dimes to the number of nickels is 3:4. Okay? What is the ratio of the number of quarters to the number of nickels? And you have some answers. Now, I read the question regular as any student read the question, but this is not the way I want you to read the question. Now I'm going to show you how to read those questions. I'm going to show you how to read those questions. Okay. As I told you, we have to eliminate whatever not necessary in our questions. This is the first thing. And I have to highlight the most important part in the question, so I don't want to get lost. Now, Mary's coin collection consists of, I have quarters, I have dimes, I have nickels. So I have three items. Very good. Let's continue. If the ratio of the number of quarters to number of dimes, quarters and dimes, is 5:2, good. And the ratio of the number of dimes to the number of nickels is 3:4. Dimes to nickels, be careful, the order is very, very important. Okay? Now, what is the ratio of the number? Be careful, the ratio of the number, because we are going to have another ratio later on, so he needs the ratio of the numbers of quarters to number of nickels. Good, very good. Now, that means I have three ratios. In these three ratios, what I'm gonna do for this is what we are going now to see. Okay. For this, we are going to see the answer how will be. As I told you, first of all, most of the students will take, he says that quarters to dimes, he will take 5:4 because this is the ratio of both of them. This is wrong because I have here three ratios. I have three ratios, I don't have two. So you cannot say 5:4. This is wrong. Why? Here is the trap. The trap says that parts of different ratios do not always refer to the same whole number. Very good. What does it mean? Let's see. Now here I have a common ratio, right? I have a common ratio. In the answer, okay, here what we have, restate ratios so that the same number refers to the same quantity. That means I have quarters, dimes, and nickels, Q, D, and N. Good. Make sure that common quantity, or what common quantity? Common quantity here, as you can see, the common quantity here is what? The common quantity here is D. The common quantity here is D. So when I put an order, Q to N is 5 to 2. He gave it to me. Q to D, I'm sorry. Then D to N is 3 to 4, as it's given. Very good. Now I have common. This common must be the same. This common must be the same digits. That means when you have 5 to 2 and 3 to 4, that means the common is 3 and 2. 3 and 2. That means this 3 and 2, the easiest way, multiply them by each other. So 3 times 2, 6. So the common is 6. Right? So I have 6. So to make 2 6, I multiply it by 3. So I have to multiply. I have to multiply 5 by 3 equal 15. Good. The same thing. 3 became 6. I multiplied by 2. That means I have to multiply this 4 by 2. It gives me 8. That means Q to D will give me 15 to 6. And Q to N will give me 6 to 8. Now, what does he want? He wants quarter to nickels. Q to N. That means 15 to 8. Okay, but be careful here. There is one important point. If you have any simplification, you have to simplify it. But here there is no simplification. Why? 15 is divisible by 3 and 5. 8 is divisible by 2 and 4. So there is no simplification here. So the answer will be, what the answer will be? The answer will be 15 to 8. So this is the answer of this trap 3. Okay. Now let's move to trap number 4 and see how can I deal with trap number 4. Okay. What trap number 4 talks about? Talks about least and greatest. Be careful here. This is very, very, very tricky question. It talks about least and greatest. Okay. The question says that what is the least, the smallest, means the smallest, positive integer. What do I have here? What do I have here important to mark with? What do I need to know? It says least positive integer. Least positive integer. Very good. That means I have 3 things. What are they? Let's now see what are they. Okay. It is least 1, positive 2, and integer 3. 3 things. Okay? So I cannot have fraction. So this is integer. And this is positive. That means I cannot have negative. This is very important. Okay, least, I cannot have the greatest. I have to get the smallest one. So this is 3 things must be complied with my answer. Okay, let's continue. That is divisible by both 2 and 5. Okay, the number which is divisible by 2, that means the unit number must be 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And the number that is divisible by 5 must be 0 or 5. Great. Okay, this is clear till now. And leaves, this is the second case. So I have here two things. The first is divisible by 2 and 5. This is 1. The second, it leaves remainder of 3 when divided by 11. Leaves remainder 3 when divided by 11. Okay. Is there any important thing here? Yes, it is. Here I have very, very, very important things. What is this? It is and. And different? Yes, it is different. So there is big difference between and or. When he gives me and, that means both cases must be applied in the answer. But if he gives me or, that means either divisible by 2 and 5 or leaves 3 when divided by 11. That means any one of them could be correct. But here in this case, he needs the number because he told me and. That means he needs a number that at the same time divisible by 2 and 5 and also must leave 3 when divided by 11. Good. Here we are going to follow a very good technique together. We are going to follow a technique together. What's this technique? This technique talks about eliminating. This is we are going to talk about these techniques later on when we talk about techniques of solving problems. What does it mean? So I have to minimize the answer. Okay. Now, to say that divisible by 2 and 5, that means divisible by 2, I said 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Divisible by 5, the unit must be 0 and 5. Let's see, 0 and 5. That means I have to look here for all these numbers. So, any number unit 0 or 5, I can pick it up. So I have answer number A, 30. So let's now select the answer that I have. I have 30. Okay. Sorry. I have 30. Okay. Now again, 32, yes, it's divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 5? No, it's not. Why? Because the unit is not 0 or 5. Okay, so this will be eliminated. I don't want it. Now 33, is it divisible by 2? No. So direct will be eliminated. I don't want it. Okay, 70, yes, it's divisible by 2. Why? Because the unit is 0. And is it divisible by 5? Yes, it's divisible by 5 because the unit is 0. Okay, so this is okay with me. Okay, now the next one, 80. Divisible by 2, is it divisible by 2? Yes, because the unit is 0. Is it divisible by 5? Yes, because the unit is 0, so this is required. So now I cancelled answer number B and answer number C. I have A, D, and E. Very good. Now, let's see. So this is the first question. This is the first case I solved, I talked about, that divisible by 2 and 5 at the same time. Okay, now I have to take, because I have and here, because I have the word, sorry, because I have the word and here, I have to notice that I have to take a second case which is divisible, leave 3 when it's divisible by, divided by 11. So it must be taken. So I have to check. 30. 30 divided by 11 equal 2. 2 times 11, 22, and the remaining will be 8. So this is not 3, so this is wrong. Let's see number D. 70. 70 divided by 11 equals 6. 6 times 11, 66. And the remaining is 4. So it's not a 3. So this is wrong. Let's check 80. 80 divided by 11, that gives me 7. 7 times 11, 77. 77, and then 80 minus 77 will give me 3. So the correct answer is 80. With this way, I respected the answers, or I respected whatever he needed from me, or he asked me to do. So what I will do here now, let's move to the answer to see. I solve it with one method. Let's see here what we have here for the answer. First of all, the wrong answer will be A. Why? Because when he says that the least is 30. So the student who does not understand, who did not study very well, who did not study this trap, he will select 30, because 30, 60, 70, and 80 all divided by 2 and 5, and also this is all. So he will take only answer A, which is 30. This is wrong. The trap, just the word trap. Do not leap to the smallest number. Do not leap to the smallest number. You have to know the case very well. You have to apply both cases. This is very important. Solving it fast. If the number is divisible by 2 and 5, then it is a multiple of 10. 2 and 5, 2 times 5, 10. So any number must be multiple of 10. So eliminate B and C because they are not multiple of 10. So this is another way of solution. Okay. If it leaves a remainder of 3 when divided by 11, it has to be a multiple of 11 plus 3. That's what I said. 7 times 11, 77 plus 3 gives me 80. So the answer is E. Now, I will not give you more than this. I'll give you time to study this very well. As I said, review, listen, watch the video so many times. Then every time you watch the video, try to solve the problem by yourself. If it's okay, move to the next. If it's not, watch the video again until you understand it, then you solve it. Please don't solve while you are watching the video. No, watch the video, understand, then after that, solve it by yourself and check yourself. Thank you very much for listening, for watching our channel. Wait for us for the next video, for the next traps, which will be 5 and 6. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.